Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, like he said, I'm Marko. I come from Serbia. And in Serbia, we play a little game. You know this game, Escape the Room? And in Serbia, it's called Escape the Fucking Country. And it's a very difficult game. It's very popular in a lot of countries in the world. And a lot of winners are gathering in Vienna to celebrate life. Yeah, people think I chose Vienna because of quality of life. I chose Vienna because the bus ticket was cheaper than to go to Germany. Now the Austrians have to suffer. Somebody has to suffer. That's how life works. He had to leave Serbia because in Serbia we have a soft dictatorship. And a soft dictatorship is kind of like soft porn because you know you're getting fucked, you just don't see it happening. Yeah, that's how life works. Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know it, actually the first foreign flag to be put up on the White House was the Serbian flag in 1918. I know it sounds like a surprise, but that really happened to honor the Serbian victory in the First World War against Austria. And then 80 years later, Americans bombed the shit out of us. It's like being in a marriage and the ex-husband heard you're whoring around and then he comes spontaneously to beat the shit out of you. And I can understand. I mean, they had their reasons, but I gotta tell you, I can forgive the bombs. I can forgive them for bombing us, but there is one thing I cannot forgive. I cannot forgive that while they were bombing us, their president was getting a blowjob in the White House. If anybody should be sucking dick, it's Hillary, okay? That's how it works, I'm sorry. And that's why I had to escape the country, because the Americans are supporting our soft dictator, because they think like, yeah, the bitch has got a new husband. He's gonna fuck her up real good. So to win in this game, Escape the Country, I had to learn Hungarian, and yes, that was difficult, as you can imagine, to get the Hungarian citizenship. I'm gonna give you an example. The whole world says Batman. They say Denever Ember. In plural, Denever Emberek. To several Batmans, Denever Embereknek. I am wearing my Batman costume, writing several letters, several Batmans. Denever Emberek costume, Denever Embereknek leveleketiro. It is not a surprise that the suicide rates are so high in Hungary. It's not only because of the politics, it's because of the language as well. And then came the next really wonderful thing, German. I loved it, I really loved it, because I'm a masochist, I like hurting myself. A lot of German teachers are sadistical, so it was a wonderful match. I even had an Austrian girlfriend, and she wanted for me to do dirty talk during sex in German. And I did this because I have such a good heart. And then she did something she should not have done. During sex, she corrected my grammar. And now I have a fetish for German irregular verbs. Oh, gegossen, genossen. Ball. Give me that past tense. I love it, the past tense. Yeah, I've been in Austria long enough that I can tell you what are the things that Austrians love. I'm going to give you a list of 5 things. Place number 5, I think it was already mentioned, skiing and snow. You Austrians, you love the snow, don't you? Yeah, because the snow is white. That's why you love it. If the snow was black, then we would have a problem, right? It just so happens to be the most dangerous track for skiing is called the black track. Is that a coincidence? Oh my God. Place number 4 is the Sunday. The Austrians love the fucking Sunday, don't you? When everything is closed. You know, it feels like you're buried alive. A lot of Eastern Europeans still don't understand how is it possible you cannot treat workers like slaves. Work on the Sunday, you fucking slave. The Austrian person is like, go fuck yourself. Got my social state. What do you want? Place number 3 is the overall complete and utter and costly, very low offer of alcohol. So from Hotel Imperial to the last tank station, you can always find something to drink, even on Sunday. Even on a Sunday, if you want to get wasted, there are ways to do it in Austria. Somebody is obviously enthusiastic about that. Place number 2, I would have to say, are those sweet, sweet words. Zweite Kasse bitte. That is really... If you want to see an Austrian person come in the pants, you just tell him Zweite Kasse bitte. That is really something special. And place number one, I think, with a big distance to place number two, is every possibility that an Austrian person has to tell a German person to go fuck himself. And I can tell you I agree with that, because I also think Germans should go fuck themselves. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Got some supporters of that, yeah. So I did my yearly medical checkup last week, and the doctor, she told me I should lose some weight. I told her, well, that's the pot calling the kettle black. Maybe you should lose some weight as well, fat bitch. I'm gonna start running, you can chase me, and if you catch me, I'll buy you a cake. Yeah, she wasn't happy with that answer, but what can you do, you know? There is a new term for fat people. Have you heard politically correct term? Horizontally challenged. Myself, I'm challenged by beer and whiskey. When she was drawing my blood, I thought whiskey was gonna come out. It would taste good because I'm 37 years old, but then again, no. Some girls, when I'm on a date, some girls tell me I have a beer belly. I tell, no, this is not a beer belly. This is a small pillow where you can rest your head. Just put it there and close your eyes. Tell me about your problems. I always got one ear open. The other ear is also open so that everything could leave what went on in the other ear. Yeah, people, you always try to find excuses. When I stand on a scale and I see the number, I first start blaming the scale. I want to break it. Then I start blaming the Austrians. Yeah, you're going to ask me why? Because they give me a 13th and 14th salary. just give me too much money, you know. And one Viennese colleague told him, you can give it back to us. No, I'm not going to do that. Then I start blaming the people in the supermarket. You see what I'm buying, why don't you stop me? Because too focused on somebody calling Zweite Kasse bitte in the background. Yeah, there are a lot of problems with eating. There are excuses. One of the best excuses, eating healthy is too expensive. No, it's not. A pound of apple was always cheaper than a hamburger. Sorry, that's how it works. And the second excuse that fat people have is I have a problem with the glands. Have you heard of this? I also have a problem with the gland. I have this gland, it's in the middle of my face, and it's called the mouth. And it malfunctions several times a day because I put things in it, and then I chew them, and then they go down where they stay forever and ever till the end of time. In the company where I work, there have been a couple of cases of sexual harassment, but it wasn't me, I just look like this. I tried everything, but this is the best I can do. It's the casual look of a sexual predator. But it actually was very difficult, so they made us do a couple of sexual harassment workshops. And the uncomfortable part is we also have office dogs. So during the sexual harassment workshop, this one dog started fucking the other dog. And I can tell you, I don't blame the dog, I blame the bitch. She was wearing her sexy collar with those little bones, you know. She made him do it, yeah. The company where I work for has something interesting. It has an internet platform where you can write reviews about your employer. And what I do when I'm bored, I collect the funny reviews, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So this is what people in Austria and Germany write. This company is the hell, but it's cold because the heating is not working. Then somebody else wrote, the salary was not high enough to pay for my psychotherapist afterwards. And there was also some riddles. So this one person wrote, this is everything that he wrote, Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 15, verse 14. So I had to go into the New Testament and find out what it says. And it says, let them, for they are blind leaders. And if one blind is leading the blind, they both shall fall into a pit. That is his feedback on the management of this company. All right, I think that has been enough. Thank you very much for your attention. That was my talk.
Keep